JD Vance just walked up to Kamala Harris's plane. I think they're in Wisconsin together. He just walked up to Kamala Harris's plane, roasted her and the reporters for not doing their jobs. Watch this.
Guys, how are you? Hi. So I know you're covering the vice president here. I figured I'd come by and one, just get a good look at the plane. Hopefully it's going to be my plane in a few months. But I also thought you guys might get lonely because the vice president doesn't answer questions from reporters and hasn't for 17 days. Have they given you guys an explanation for why she won't take questions from reporters? No? Nobody? Okay, great. Well, I hope that she changes her mind because it'd be good for the American people, and I think it'd be good for you all if she actually ran a real campaign instead of one from a basement with a teleprompter. So, have a good one, guys. See ya.
What would you like to hear from her?
I'd love her to answer some questions. I'd love her to just answer what she wants to do and also explain why every single position she has changed. She pretends to be a prosecutor, yet she pretends to be a tough on crime prosecutor, and yet here she is wanting to defund the police. She's the border czar, yet she's opened up the American southern border. This is a person who has to answer the questions from the media, and it's disgraceful that she runs for you guys. It's also insulting for the American people. But anyway, we're going to go do our event. I appreciate you guys being here. I wish she paid you some more attention. See ya.
Yes, JD Vance. This is what I've been talking about it for like a week now, that JD Vance and Trump have to shove it in the media's face that they're not doing the job. It's been so long. I mean, Kamala Harris has been in, she's been in for like 3 weeks now. And the media is not asking her any questions. And so I said time and time again, okay, you can count on the media to be corrupt. But Trump and Vance, you can count on the media to be corrupt, but you got to come up with a plan. You can't just whine about it. And this was an amazing moment. I hope this clip goes viral. It absolutely should, because it shows how you combat the mainstream media. You combat the mainstream media with citizen journalism. You just go and you make something happen and you get a video of it. And I don't know who posted this video, but it was a great moment by JD Vance. The average politician would see Kamala's plane. Again, I think they're both in Wisconsin doing campaign events. And so presumably Vance was just on the tarmac, looked over, oh, that's clearly Kamala Harris's plane. The average politician would look at that and think, oh, it's lame, she's here too. Maybe that's bad luck for me. But I respect JD Vance so much more now, because instead of just kind of doing the thing that all politicians would do, he did what was maybe a little more scary, a little more unorthodox, and he just walked up and he roasted her. And it was really, really good. Not just because he was a fighter, which of course is very, compelling, but because everything that he said was true. And by the way, he roasted the media, but at the same time, he was fairly polite to them. And you could hear in the video that the media was like, there was a journalist actually talking back to him. That guy sounded fairly genuine. I think there's a lot more journalists out there who are a lot more genuine, but they're just afraid of being doxxed by their fellow peers. So I think when they're faced in again, Trump and Vance has to get in their face. And when they're faced with, hey, you're not doing your job, a lot of them actually do feel bad. I think really deep down, they really feel bad, and they realize that they're cowards, that they've just totally knelt to the Democrats, to the elites in media. And maybe, just maybe, they'll have a reflective moment and some of them will start asking Kamala questions. No reasonable person can say it's normal for Kamala to go nearly 3 weeks in her campaign without answering a single question from the media. I don't care if you're a Democrat, a Republican, I don't care how far left or far right you are, it's just not normal. I mean, it's such a short window. It just makes sense that if you're in the media, you're like, wow, well, this campaign is so much shorter, we should really get to asking Kamala Harris what she wants, like what is she about? It's not even a question. This is how crazy this is. It's not a question from the media on, oh, voters really need to learn this information, which would be awesome if they thought that way. They don't. What makes sense is, oh, people out there probably want to know what Kamala Harris, what her big policies are. So for us to make money as a journalism institute, as a media company, we want to make money. So let's go get an interesting interview with Kamala Harris. So the fact that they're not even acting in their best interest, it really, really leads to thinking about how corrupt they are, thinking about how just intertwined mainstream media and the Democrat Party is, because it goes beyond money. It goes beyond getting the scoop. It is full-on corruption because, again, if they wanted the scoop is there. Go talk to Kamala Harris. People want to hear what she has to say. They're not doing it, and the reason why is because Democrats don't want them to. It's incredibly frustrating, and so JD Vance and Trump must seize on those moments, and JD Vance did, because like I said, you can trust every person out there who's complaining about the mainstream media. Stop complaining, because we can trust them to be corrupt every time. People like you and I who are complaining about it, that's fine. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the Trump campaign has no right to complain about it anymore. It's a given. He's been talking about it since 2015. It's a given. We know that they're corrupt. The question is, what are you going to do about it? And at least this time, JD Vance actually did something about it, and it was absolutely fantastic. I think this clip is going to blow up, and I think it absolutely should blow up, and I think that it's going to make JD Vance look even better. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please go down below, comment, like, and subscribe, and watch another video.